subjects to the God King. Obey him. Honor.
A sea voyage. Children and adults huddled together for warmth and comfort. You were a slave to the ancient empire not so long ago. The air is thick with heavy flakes of ash. The altar before you seems to radiate heat as you approach. There is a blinding flash, and you are surrounded by flame. It licks your skin, but does not burn. It dances in your hair, but does not singe. You feel a curious peace. Looking up, you see Zor Stissa staring down at you from a throne of embers. Above her is the emblem of a sun, once aflame, but now dim and fading.
Go, my prince. Find the Well of Ascension. Do what must be done.
The vision fades, and once again you find yourself at the altar. Faint embers of ash scorching the fabric of your clothes.
This is not quite the safest place I've ever been.
before you drips sauce from his raggedly slit throat. Realizing that you can see him, he throws a wry smile in your direction.
Ah, Godwoken. You know how you relive bad exams in your nightmares? Good news, you get to relive them in death, too.
He rolls his neck, sauce gurgling and spouting from the deep gash. He laughs, and his laugh is a bitter one.
As I was facing the trials, I was killed by another Godwoken hopeful. He's long gone now, but I'm still here. I just can't stop thinking about it. That one answer, the one I couldn't get in time. Anon Fallon Reveal. Anon Fallon Reveal. What in the void comes next?
His face lights up, gratitude shining forth from it.
That's it! That's it!
He begins to fade from view, but as he disintegrates, he traces an esoteric sigil in the air between you and pushes forceful energy into you. Countless symbols cover the stone tablet's surface, forging a riddle between several languages. You make out one ruined line. The champion must offer a burning stone to the dragon's mouth. Fire. Everything is fire. If you can confine such magic to a rune, you can feed the burning urge inside the dragon's skull. You place the offering deep inside the dragon's mouth. Something in the dark seizes your wrist. The grip tightens to sheer agony. Cold metal presses against you to soothe the ache. When you reach for it, your fingers catch on a pair of greaves. As you pull the armor free, the bitterness of betrayal cuts through you. Ash clouds the room, hot as a forge. You stand high on a black cliff housing Zolstis's temple. Other lizards scream, declaring you a blasphemer.
I see you. And inside you is the strength I've been looking for. Patience. You must prove yourself worthy of such answers. You must find the temple where the Devourer's loyal servant was abandoned. I will draw strength from there to speak again.
The vision fades. The cave's sharp chill returns, and with it, a cold aura takes shape behind you. A lizard stares at you with open delight. His torn garb resembles that of a priest.
I welcome you, honored one. Be at peace, for your day has come. Do not hesitate. The ritual is prepared for you at the proper place. My master awaits. It is where the world changed. The Devourer opened our eyes. You must see this truth for yourself. Join the master at the temple of the false goddess, Zolstissa. We cannot leave him waiting.
You there! Prithee, goodly traveler, might I prevail upon you to answer a question? You see, I am on a mission most grave. I seek a sorcerer most foul, most reviled, most feared. Her name is...
His pincers scissor wildly.
Septa the Ineffable! Have you heard tell of this wicked beast on your travels? Why, I shall slay her with a single thrust of my sword-like claw. For mine is an ancient and noble order, bent on destroying that which would destroy. Septa is a sorcerer, and I am a source hunter. Lost. And the hunt continues. Be wary, traveler. Where Septa travels, doom soon follows. Imperio, away!
I tasted on the wind the death of all.
Stares at you with open delight.
I welcome you. Do not hesitate. The master of us all. Join them.
Part of the Divine Order's fleet, by the look of it. Hellfire must have rained down on them. Temple in the clouds. What holds this aloft?
Before you stands a shrine to Amadia, her solemn face carved of ancient stone. This statue of Amadia seems ancient. Moss blooms from cracks all over the stone, and tears of rain stream from her eyes. A hollow space marks the center of her creased brow. You remember that the statue of Amadia in the hollow marshes healed you, but no words from you can rouse this one to response. Whatever powers the gods once had has weakened indeed. You feel a presence awaken within the stone. An ancient awareness reaches out to you, swirling through every cell of your body and every mote of your soul. Lightning flashes and thunder rumbles. Static electricity crackles all around you and dances over your body. Yet you feel no jolt or shock, and it fizzles out as soon as it touches your skin. Then the awareness recedes from you, ebbing back like a tide until you are left completely alone. Alone with your thoughts, alone with the blessing Amadia left you with. The spirit of a Black Ring initiate stands before you. He seems to be smoldering. Spectral ash and smoke drift away from him. He sighs at his incinerated mortal remains.
Perhaps my sacrifice will be enough. Perhaps the God King will restore me to fight again. You are no comrade of mine, outsider. You can go see for yourself and die in the attempt.
The spirit puffs himself up.
The God King rewards daring. I thought I could capture this place alone while the others were occupied. There's more dangers here than I would have credited with.
Does anything seem different now? Cause a reaction?
Early memories are overshadowed by a terrifying death, a tempest of teeth, scales, and snarls. You never imagined it would end like this. A deluge of happiness. You played the flute, you wrote poetry. The music ended in fraught joy.
Amadia truly is the mother of all magic, the patron of all source. More of those damn sentinels.
What's that amongst them? On top of the pillar.
Amadia's light stirs within you.
You are not of the Black Ring, and yet you are undead. But I sense good in you.
She gasps and bows her head in deference.
Forgive me. Please, I hold this boon. It is Amadia's. It should be yours.
A pair of gloves, beaten and worn, but clearly of the highest value, especially to a wizard.
I came to the council to learn to be divine. I failed. I'm not made to be pursued by evil. And that's what it means to be God-woken. Afterwards, I roamed the island, as did all we fallen knights. But my worst fears came true when the Black Ring came. I fled here. I made sure the temple was defended and went to the altar. I prayed to Amadia for help, but she did not answer. I'm not ashamed to say that I hid. There is untold evil in the world, and it has reached the island. It seeks the God-woken who would be divine. I cannot bear it. Go? There is no go. I belong here. I was God-woken, but for all the evil in the world, I would not be divine. I did not search the world for the others of our kind. My place is here. Yours is inside the mountain. Amadia's altar is at the highest point. Climb to the sky and you may find it. Shall you replace the lady? Or shall you take her to the council? Then you must do it now, without fear or hesitation. Time is running short, and know this. If you would reach the council and be divine, all the evil in the world will rise to stop you. May you have more strength than I.
She bows her head in deference and allows you to leave. bird flits in the background as you approach the altar. Laying your hand on the weather-beaten stone, you feel a gentle heat. A sense of warmth and peace fills you. The chirping of birds fades into the gentle, warm crackle of a wood fire. You're standing in an old cabin, the wood stained with age. Sitting in a rocking chair, bathed in moonlight, is Amadia. She's old now, withered and hunched, grey hair falling over failing eyes. She turns to you and dips her head, sending you on your way with a smile that warms your soul. The room fades, but Amadia's moon remains, now emblazoned on the altar before you. Before you stands a shrine to Amadia, her solemn face carved of ancient stone. This statue of Amadia seems ancient. With the grating sound of stone upon stone, the statue of Amadia moves to one side, revealing a secret room.
Looks like those Black Ring made a lethal enemy.
You approach an undead standing proud at the lip of a broken bridge. Understandably fearless of the fatal drop, she gazes into the lava sputtering below. Turning to you, she motions to the Black Ring corpses at her feet.
Good riddance to bad rubbish, eh? Only thing I like less than Black Ring are trolls. Godwoken, are you? I thought so. I see it on you like an aura. I see such things, for I am the Watcher. And I seek such things, for I am a seeker. The Meister!
She bats one skeletal hand in a truly derisive fashion. Her crackling laugh sounds like dry leaves whirling in the wind on an autumn night.
The Meister's ragtag band are but a pale imitation of the tradition they sought to revive. I am one of the original Seekers. We swore to be Knights of the Council, Guardians of Godwoken, and Defenders of Divinity. Together, we failed. But still, I try. Alone. Unless... The Knight of Duna has been cursed. Void runs through his veins where source once flowed. I am sworn to protect the Council and all within it. But that same oath renders me unable to lift a blade against him. Release the Knight's good spirit from his corrupted shell, Godwoken. Do this, and I will gift you with the last standard of the original Seekers. If you seek ascension, it could help you greatly in the trials along the way. My thanks. And the thanks of Duna's knights, too. In life, I knew him well. He would hate to be like this. Believe me, you would be releasing him from torment. Please do.
statues coming to life?
Hurts, doesn't it?
Damn joke!
With great armored fists, the Knight of Duna pounds his own helmet rhythmically. The helmet is buckled inwards in places. Rivulets of blood trickle from beneath the visor.
Come, hear my joke. What is it that I guard? Ah! Wrong. I guard nothing. Do you hear me? Nothing! He showed me.
He leans forward. Glimpsed beneath the crumpled helmet is a mangled face and crazed, unblinking eyes.
It's all a joke. There's nothing to guard, only lies. You'll see for yourself once you're dead. I'll yield tonight.
spirit of a dwarven knight acknowledges you with a solemn nod.
Beware of this island, Godwoken. I fear there is nothing sacred here, only madness and death. The Sallow Man has seen to that. I have failed the gods. The only thing left for me now is nothingness. Please, Godwoken, consume my spirit, end my shame. Please! I failed my duty and let myself be corrupted. Now I'm just a potential weapon to be used against you. Grant me oblivion, I beg you.
A pained look flashes across the spirit's face.
As you will it, Godwoken. The Black Ring came and sacked the temple. The one that leads them, the Sallow Man. He cursed me. A curse of madness, terrible visions.
The spirit averts his gaze with a shiver.
I will not say it. It would be blasphemy to even utter the words. The Sallow Man is a trickster, a deviant. They must have been lies that he concocted. They must be! There's little I can do to help you. It's the altars that have that power. Bow to the altar of Duna, and to those of the others also. If you are worthy, they will show you the way. I was not worthy. I failed the gods twice over now. All I deserve is nothingness. I was not worthy. I betrayed my own nature. I made a pact with a demon, so I would triumph over all others in the council. But the gods saw through my ruse, and I was rejected. I begged them to let me serve here on the island to pay penance. They should have cast me into the sea instead. The Sallow Man proved I am still weak at heart.
Carved onto the face of the altar is a dedication. In honor of Duna, patron of the dwarves, long may their mountain halls stand as a testament to him. Hard stone melts into cool water at your touch. Before you stretches a lake, or rather, a mire. The waters are fetid and rotten, the air filled with choking miasma. Through the dense fog, you hear a voice.
Duna, god of dwarves, gasps, "Please, cleanse this place. Let me breathe."
The miasma clears as the power of your blessing skips across the surface. You look down to see your face gazing back at you, reflected in now crystalline water. High above your reflection, the full moon stands vigil. You step back from the altar, the vision fading before you. As you leave, you notice a lunar rune has appeared, carved into the rock.
Godwoken, you have succeeded where I could not. Please accept this with my thanks, and the thanks of all those I served alongside. The blessings of the original Seekers upon you.
She hands you a small yet heavy trinket, crafted of tarnished metal. Though cold, it feels comforting to the touch, like a worry stone or a familiar childhood toy.
That Seeker was out for my blood. You have most impressive skills of persuasion, sorcerer. My destiny was unveiled to me in the Hall of Echoes, at last. I realized how Dallas had been sabotaging me all along. She had her accomplice, Friedemann, pose as someone who could train me how to master my God-woken powers. But it was a lie. They sought to hinder, not help. While I was being occupied by Friedemann, Dallas began taking over the Order. I confronted them once I returned from the Hall of Echoes, and the pair of them tried to kill me. They must be Black Ring agents, tasked with preventing me from ascending. They won't succeed, though. I know what needs to be done, and I have good, loyal Magister and Paladin companions to help me see that it is done. I was born for this duty. As long as he lived, my father groomed me to take his place, to speak for the gods. And make no mistake, divinity is a duty, not a reward. Others may be able to claim the mantle, but only I can shoulder the burden, the responsibility. Make no mistake, Godwoken, I do not need to work with you. I will enter the council when I am fit and ready. But you are desperate. That much is clear. Make yourself of use to me, and I shall help you unlock the council. You must strike down the one who leads the Black Ring on this island. That is my price. Do you really think the future Divine should take such risks? Besides, you're the one seeking help. Perhaps you can put your murderous skills to use for the greater good. He's known as the Sallow Man. My father faced him in battle during the Great War. He's a wicked creature, a master of illusions who hides in the shadows and sends others to do his bidding.
Alexander produces an old cowl and mutters an incantation. The cloth glows a cool blue for a moment before settling back. He hands the cowl over to you.
My father concocted this charm so that he could face the Sallow Man in battle. The cowl has now been laced with its essence. Wear it, and he will be forced to reveal himself. Succeed, and perhaps you can join me inside the council. There we can see who shall be the next Divine, once and for all.
The Reaver gives one last wistful look to the goblet before letting it drop to his side.
No matter. The true reward is yet to come.
Life shall be restored. The God King demands blood, understand? If you can't deliver that, then you've no business eyeing my way.
You're not trying to escape, are you?
ready.
I'll yield none.
taste it on the wind. The death of all. And then we rise.
A black ring priestess turns to you. Her astonishing beauty takes your breath away. Her gaze drifts past you, and you realize that she's blind. She breathes in, as if tasting the air, as if tasting you. She laughs and raises one hand, telling you to wait. She produces a mirror of darkest black, holds it up as if to look upon her own magnificence, and then speaks, as if to herself.
I found God woken.
She waits a moment, as if listening to her own reflection.
It shall be done, O sallow one.
She closes the mirror, looks at you directly, almost as if she can see you, and then she smiles. A smile to melt the heart, a smile to drown in, a smile to send an army off to war.
I'm ready!
The priestess holds her hand out to you and smiles. A smile to freeze the heart. A smile to set a forest all ablaze. A smile in which to gladly bleed to death.
Take me.
Her hand slides into yours, and you are whisked away, far across the oceans and the forests and the mountains, to a city on a dusty plain. You're in an alleyway, dark and dank, and you wear a hood. You're ragged and dirty, twisted and bent. You move with a stooping sideways gait. Thirsty, while the shopkeeper's back is turned, you approach a barrel of water and bend to drink. You catch a glimpse of your own reflection. Your skin is discolored, your features deformed, your nose hooked. Whack! The shopkeeper cuffs you about the head, shoves you away, and tells you to clear off. He calls you hag and crone and old witch, though you have only just reached maturity. You reach for the curved dagger hidden in your stinking robes. You race through a maze of alleyways as behind you the alarm is raised. You hide in a darkened corner as the pursuing mob draws near and sense a presence behind you. You turn. A man's pale face floats high above you in the gloom. He smiles and offers you his long-fingered, long-nailed hand. You know this is the God King's sallow envoy. There is no choice to make. You step from your hiding place as the mob goes racing by, crying thief and witch and hag. None but the younger men give you a second glance. They give you a third glance and a fourth. You find a mirror in your pocket. You open it and stare into the black glass. The most beautiful woman you have ever seen looks back at you. You smile, and so does she. And you will remember the beauty of that smile until beyond your dying day. The last thing you ever saw before the veil came down. Because now, your sight is fading. Darkness descends, and quickly you are blind. Your other senses rise, and you hear and feel and smell the world. You are not lost. You shall never be lost again.
The God King did all this and more for me. He can do the same for you. Join him. His soul is mine, and
and so is yours. His soul is mine, and so is yours.
Her laughter echoes like fading cathedral bells, ringing out a world of beauty and despair. You turn away. Even though her tormentor is dead, the Magister is still paralyzed with fear. Her mind is gone.
Mama! I want Mama! The troll leans in and glares at you with beady little eyes. His breath is like a butcher's offal bucket, left in the sun too long.
No cave for you.
The troll grimaces and spits a melon-sized glob of phlegm onto the ground near your feet.
No cave for you.
The troll cracks the nut.
No cave for you.
she came from a bare altar. Strange.
The altar before you seems relatively bare. There is no inscription to a god and no offering placed. All you can see is a smear of blood on its surface and a hollow that seems to call for something. You feel an invisible hand grab you by the throat. Cold, unseen lips brush your ear. You can't make out any words, but you understand what you're hearing. Whispered tears, screams in the dark, blood, pain, blood, blood. The hand releases you, and you stagger back, gasping. The altar watches you silently. It's waiting. The spirit of a Magister priestess kneels on the ground, her hands tied behind her back. She flinches as the ghostly sound of tortured screams from nearby catches your ear, and hers. She steals a look upwards at the source of the screams, then looks away again with a shudder. Another ghostly scream intensifies, hitting a peak, then abruptly ends. Panic washes over the Magister's spectral features. She's next. You behold a face you've seen before, in blackened glass. Soul sickness incarnate, the rotten flesh of the world's most shameful desires, an all-knowing affliction. This is the God King's pallid envoy, walking the world as the Sallow Man. You feel him in your head, scrabbling for purchase amongst your thoughts, looking for a way in, his madness and his anger and his hate banging on the door of your mind. Screaming, biting rage blazes across your mind, and a great roar emerges from his mouth, as if all the fury beneath the world was coming to burn the very earth, and in your mind, the roar becomes a word.
Kill!
hurts, doesn't it?
I am the right hand of the king.
You are ever sodden, ever sandy. The smell of guts and sea waste cling to you like a ghost. You sought freedom, the life of a seaman, but you didn't find it. You were a tough dwarven smith of great experience and talent. You wanted to make a name for yourself, but you ran out of time.
Oh, God woken. Such a pleasure. Did you miss me? Wait, don't answer that. Of course you did. My lord's given me another chance. Such is his grace and wisdom. As for you, well, you're out of chances. How many have you had by now, I wonder? 2, 3, 100? It must all be a blur for you.
She peers at you through narrow eyes. Her next words do not pass her lips, yet pierce your ears as if she'd spoken them.
I will not fail him again.
Nice.
Lucky find.
Junk.
Ugh, this flesh is well past ripe. Whatever memories it once held are now gone. Ugh.
Bring me proof that the sallow man is dead, Godwoken. Until then, I have nothing further to say to you.
Good.
Your reward, as promised. The altars of the gods each reveal an affinity towards either the sun or the moon. There are pillars outside the entrance to the Council Academy. Align each pillar to the corresponding celestial body. Ralek, Vrogir, and Zolstissa favored the sun, while Duna, Tyrsendilius, Xantedsa, and Amadia favored the moon. And the lever that opens the entrance. It requires a great power source. I have one for my own use, of course, but you will have to find something for yourself.
I'm afraid that exploring this island would only consume precious time that I need for my work. I shall be remaining here. quite odd how we've traveled so far in each other's company, yet we've never spoken. I am Tarquin. Consider me at your service for trading and such.
Warriors I have for hire, but you can't fight the glory they'll win.
The doors loom above you, one step closer to the Council, one step closer to Divinity. The others must surely be thinking the same. After all, only one of you can ultimately ascend. Time for an honest discussion, perhaps. The doors loom above you, one step closer to the Council, one step closer to Divinity. The others must surely be thinking the same. After all, only one of you can ultimately ascend. Time for an honest discussion, perhaps.
We're finally here, on the doorstep of Divinity. Merits a word, doesn't it? After all, only one of us can become the new Divine. But don't worry, I won't stand in your way. From the moment you came back for me on that ship, I knew you were special. You've proven it time and again.
She kisses you on the cheek.
You will be the new Divine. I will remain myself. All I ever wanted, really.
So, I guess this is it. I can't see two ways about it. I need to be myself again. Finally. I can't risk getting shut out by this demon. It wants to keep me quiet, to rule in place of me. I need to make sure I'm strong enough that it can never seize control again. I won't let it make me silent in my own skin. I need to ascend. After the exorcism failed, I felt empty, blind. The only thing I could still see was you. Only you.
She takes your hand, holds it to her lips, and kisses your fingertips. She cradles her face in your palm for a moment, eyes closed, before letting your hand go.
Let's do this.
Well, well, well. This is, as they say, it. Divinity. Surreal, is it not? So much more insubstantial, almost, than desiring an empire, or vengeance, or fame. That said, I'll not deny I very much aspire to the surreal. No greater emperor than the one that sits on the throne of gods.
He sighs deeply.
Oh, you'll probably think this highly uncharacteristic of me, but I'm inclined to agree. This journey of ours, this strange and violent pilgrimage, it has changed some preconceptions. It's not so much that my desires have changed, it's that they've multiplied. They were like a diamond kept hidden in a secret pocket for none but me to see. But then the diamond was forced into the open, held against the light. And in that light, so many colors I never knew were there. Sadder, the promise of dragons. I value them more highly now even than divinity. The final prize is yours. I'm content to follow a more unexpected path.
This is it. We're so close now.
The Academy. I did my research here.
I suspect it's seen better days.
A bit like yourself.
Failure, the unfaithful, the betrayer. But any betrayal can be forgiven. It is not too late. Not even for you. We all know Fane. We all know the one who turned his back on the Eternals. On us. We all know the one who gave the secrets of the Veil to the Seven Lords. The one who delivered the power to cast us into the void. And yet, we suffered. We suffer still. Your need to see what lay behind the Veil doomed us all. It doomed this world to a plague of scheming gods and primitive creatures. Your punishment was fitting to your crime. But your crime could be forgiven. In his mercy and wisdom, the king is willing to overlook your past sins against him. The king offers another chance. Accept his covenant. Reject this world's false gods and mortal races. Pledge yourself to your king and join your people once more. Come home, Fane. But we will not fight your ask, mortal. The time will come when the thieving coward inside of you must step out. If it can still walk. You shall end then.
What you were told hangs in the air like a noxious cloud. The Voidwoken were Eternals, robbed of their source in order to create you. They allied themselves with the Void so they could return.
I can understand their anger if not their methods. Revenge should be exact, not indiscriminate.
Suddenly, it all makes sense. Folks will do anything to survive. Who could blame them?
What they pursued for power, which is what they're doing still. One has to admire their tenacity.
An automaton still and silent before you. A faint glow pulsates from within its chest cavity, dormant perhaps. A compartment in the side of the contraption appears to be empty. There's a part missing. The capacitor sparks and fizzles. Then, the pulsating light begins circulating throughout the automaton. It rises. The automaton looms above you. A lone, glowing eye takes you in dispassionately.
Hello, Godwoken.
The automaton peers in close at your face.
You are a fine specimen. Most fine. Your arrival is long overdue. This is the Academy. It is a place of great learning. I am the Seneschal. I serve both those who teach and those who come to learn. Those like you. Allow me to show you. The Academy exists to help unveil the divine from amongst the Godwoken. You must enter the temple, then prove yourself in the arena of the One. Godwoken should be able to enter without issue. It seems that the Academy has been impeded due to neglect or interference. I appear to have been tampered with. Whoever is responsible may have caused similar damage elsewhere. Apologies, Godwoken. I trust you will be able to overcome any difficulties. It's quite simple. Defeat all others. Discipline is paramount.
Godwoken,
Come, come, time is short. Let's see how you measure up. Good. Very good. Normally I would test my pupils' acumen here, but I can sense that yours is well developed. An educator's intuition, let's say. There's always room for improvement, however, and I believe I can muster one final lesson. Intellect and reasoning come before all, of course. You must sacrifice an amount of learning in some other area in order to glean what I have to offer. Your sense of finesse. A fair bargain. True intelligence in exchange for a degree of sociability. Do you accept? It is done. My knowledge is yours. Use it wisely. The correct answer, by the way, was false.
The spirit of a lizard is seated before you, weeping profusely. She looks up at you, moist-eyed.
Godwoken. Can it be true? Am I dead?
The mask of sorrow slips away from the spirit's expression in an instant. It is replaced by one of utter composure and elegance. The spirit applauds you.
Excellent, Godwoken. You showed true finesse in your actions. What I would have given to have had you as a pupil previously. But perhaps there's still time for one last lesson. True finesse requires dedication, however. Sacrifice. In order to receive my aid, some other area of study must suffer a little. Your wits, I believe. Do you wish to proceed? It is done. I hope it helps, Godwoken. The world needs someone like you.
The spirit of a dwarf woman scowls at you like you dealt her some grave insult while she was alive.
Godwoken, you have no right to be here. Leave!
The spirit sighs and shakes her head.
Terrible. It is you who is lacking authority, Godwoken. A lesson is in order, I think. Now, I may be able to steel you a little more in preparation for the trials to come. Improving your authority will cause your strength to suffer, however. That is the cost of molding yourself into a true leader. Do you accept? A wise choice. My knowledge is yours, Godwoken. Go and make use of it.
The woods have grown chilly now that the sun has set. You wrap one arm around her, and with the other... It's so pretty, she says. She inclines her face up towards you. A lifeless elven child is to a raised valley below. You are floating a few inches above the ground. You twist your head around as the Magisters haul you away. Wendy cries out. From the dark, you stare up at the thin slivers of light. Wood creaks above you. You hear only one. You run through the caves as fast. You run straight into something. You frantically try to climb over it, but... You shut your eyes and try to block out the sensation of giant mandibles. You hear it click, clack. What do these things... You were a genius maze builder. Clear of... A single name throbs across your brain. Verdas, Verdas. You cover your face with your hands. As the dead man's flesh slides down your throat, you feel your heart is heavy. A bright light blinds you, then suddenly you're on this very ship, crouched. She reaches a hand. The memories end. You remember a cold child. You are nothing. You are... You had a taste for wine and... You are nothing. You... So many years twinkle behind you like... Your mind, it... Looking around for joy, you feel...
Ugh, this flesh is well put. Ugh.
You're a young magister, devoted to Dallas. You fight a... White-hot pain, fangs sinking into you. A magister... You are a priest of the kin. Your fate... You thought hard on the location of your fortune before part. Your grip tightens around the blade's hilt. You are an abomination. You are awash with muddled... Collared by magisters in the far north. Warm red wine flows down your throat. Eloisa was the prettiest girl, not to others, but to you. Her luminous eyes... Work, work, work. That's all there was in Driftwood for a dwarf like you. You stride past the chained sorcerers and climb onto the caravan. He offers only a bleary-eyed stare of disinterest. After all... You shut your eyes tight. Sheer your surroundings somersault. Everything grows... You were kind and honest and devoted to your dog, but you came a-knocking here in search of work, and the dog... Biting deep into the rotting flesh, your senses are assailed. You see myriad wings flap... You remember drinking ruby wine with Magister Boris in the armory after hours. You are a young elf. You are asleep... You are running something. That's the scion. They tried to hide you. They put you in the end. Roost found you anyway. The ground drifts by. Your scent, the void, the ground. You feel a tidal wave of... You shift uncomfortably. You suffer, but then your eyes widen as they...
Godwoken. I'm afraid it's too late for me to help you. What little strength...
Godwoken.
The spirit's composure gives way to a flash of anger. She spits out a name.
Lucian. Our finest pupil, the Divine himself, came to us here under the guise of friendship. Then at this very table, he poisoned us. I won't pretend to know why. The Divine answers to no one. Either way, he seemed intent on sabotaging the path of his successors.
You pause. Lucian was the Divine. Why would he want to harm anyone in the Academy, from where his successor ought to rise?
Even an assassin like myself recoils from a Divine rejoicing in slaughter. Hard to believe the Divine did all that. Hardly worthy of the title, if you ask me.
To rule is to be ruthless when the occasion calls for it. The occasion simply must have called.
pecks at the stone beneath her with a scarred and blood-flecked beak. She glowers up at you with one gimlet eye.
Student of the arena, are you? Or master? You even beat Murga in Driftwood? That little firecracker was always my favorite. I have an even greater challenge for you.
Beyond lies an eternal construct of great destructive force. There, you can prove in trial by combat that you are indeed the one I have waited for. The one. There can be only a single one. If you wish to be the one to claim that regal glory, I suggest you hurry up.
An automaton, massive and imposing, creaks to life as you approach.
You must leave. I am an automaton. I recognize and respond. Do not presume that I have self-awareness. Now you must leave. You are not divine. You must leave or die. You can not win this fight.
An automaton, massive and imposing.
You are.
Interesting. May still be in working order.
Have you completed my challenge? Have you felled the construct? My congratulations on becoming the singular Godwoken to follow the ancient rituals of the arena. You are now the one.
The spirit ruffles her feathers and stares deeply into your eyes. You feel a powerful energy flood through you, a powerful energy that stays with you.
Happy are those who feast on the fallen.
Something on your mind, darling? You want to craft a sworn breaker? I hope you haven't fallen in with the wrong crowd, my dear. Here, take the tablet. Just remember that I covet the sworn breaker as well. I trust you wouldn't deny a girl her deepest desire, would you? Something on your mind, darling? Darling. Why, I can't remember the last time someone showed me such kindness. Maybe even never. When it matters most, I will stand alongside you. I promise. After all, I am soon to be a free woman. I can choose to follow whomever I wish now.
I'm afraid that exploring this island would only consume precious time that I need for my work. I shall be remaining here.
Expert warriors for hire, all seasoned in combat. They won't let you down.
Something on your mind, darling?
You can put a price on the warriors I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win. fact.